Welcome back to the land of Cain. When last we met, our group had finished securing a mine structure for their benefit. They found some spooky, scary stuff in there. What will happen today? Tune in to find out.
Well, as we stated before, the two groups are separating as it stands, with several of the newer staff staying behind in order to maintain the guild's face and profession and presence within the city. The rest of the original command staff is going out into the wilderness in order to obtain information, as it were, in regards to other things. And we'll be reporting back and sending out requests, as it were, to the original hall. But for the time being, the two groups will mostly be separate, with Devil Roy taking over from command, as it were, and hopefully he will do well.
Creed comes back the next day. The entire city's in flames. God damn it!
You had one job! One job!
Technically, I had many jobs.
And you succeeded!
Commander Creed, if I may.
You may.
Be prudent that we spend a few weeks in preparation prior to our departure. There are a few things that each of us need prepared before an excursion.
Of course. We were not going to be heading out now. There will be prep time.
I believe 3 to 5 weeks should be sufficient.
Indeed. I know that several people here needed to complete their final, or most recent, inventions.
This will also allow us to gather some additional resources. I took the liberty when we returned of arranging the guild finances. We have a steady stream of income from the mine per week as well.
Excellent. If that's the case, then I believe the first one on the list who required aid in finishing up his creations was Ian.
Not so much aid as just leave me alone in a corner for 2 weeks, and then leave me alone for 3 more. Although I might be able to use your help at the end of the carving periods, because enchanting these is only half the job.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Quite a few days.
Fair enough. In the meantime, anyone else who does require, we can give aid where needed then. But 3 to 5 weeks, I believe we could do that. In the meantime, let's focus on acquiring supplies over that time period for an extended excursion into the various wildernesses around us.
Certainly.
Now, in that specific case, does anyone have a suggestion on where to go?
Believe I do.
Oh? Where do you suggest?
Taking note of the forces around these places, the Temple of Ceres seems to be a place of note that would bear investigation.
Temple of Cirrus, hmm? Okay.
It resides deep in the woods.
Any particular reason aside from it? Just being a Temple of Cirrus, or was there something in particular that caught your eye about it?
Mainly the forces that are surrounding that place point to happenings. What specifically, I couldn't say without being there.
Okay. I see no problem with this. Does anyone else have any other suggestions? Because if not, we will be going with God damn it, Margulis's plan. Or Mard's.
Mard.
Yeah, sorry, Mard.
Marda Magules. No.
Good roll, Tetron. Alright, well, if we've got the time, you see Creed crack his knuckles, I'm gonna go make myself a heavy golem.
Help with that?
Sure. I mean, yeah. If I can just get a couple of people every other day, I'll get it in time.
What skills do you need?
Stone crafting, wood crafting, or wool crafting. Any of the three would help.
Yeah, I got Mechanica and Metalwork.
I don't know. No worries. I can do it on my own. It's just going to take the entire week or the entire downtime. So.
Fair enough.
All right. Brandon, during that downtime, I'm going to construct my thralls.
What's your coincidence?
They're thralls.
Do you have enough gnosis for that? Did you pass your rage roll? What's your coincidence?
Quick disassociate with air.
Are you falling into the mist?
All of the above?
I'm not falling into the abyss. Yes, I have enough meditation time. And, yes. I did pass my rage roll.
Excellent.
Right, well, if Phineas is going to be in charge, then he's going to have to, I guess, take note of what he should be doing, or what he should be preparing himself for once everyone's gone.
I imagine they gave you a little checklist. Not to mention, another thing your character can think about Roy is his original goal.
Oh yeah, that guy. Then, I guess he can try.
That one guy from that one place?
I remember the guy. Guess he can try and... Let's see, did he meet him already?
Briefly, but you guys didn't actually talk with him. It was in the inn.
I guess he'll try and arrange a meeting with him since they have downtime.
Mm-hmm. Which we will play out soon enough. And then you were also hunting that other guy, right? I remember.
I don't remember.
For a second, Matt, I thought you said I cast the skill booty spell. I'm like, what?
Yes.
I mean, that works.
Yes.
But
Damn.
I'm making Ian's ass just look amazing.
It's going to be the ultimate ass. It's the sweetest ass, the bestest ass. It's going to be huge.
This spell is going to be such a big booty call spell.
Speaking of booty calls, what about mine?
You already got your booty call, man. What, you want another one?
Maybe.
Well, if you're done helping the guild, you can always go talk to her, and that can be roleplayed.
They certainly can take scene while we do our thing in the background.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, fuck, shit. Well, wish her happy birthday for me, Jared.
I shall.
I guess we can do your thing later then, Jared, if you gotta go, so that's alright.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm off Monday, so if you're free then, we can roleplay that then.
Will do.
Alrighty. Hasta pieces.
Hasta luego.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Last time, Slitherskin made a request for 2 mechanical items. Do we still have our crafters of Mechanica?
You got some. And Jared has declared his character is open for crafting even when he's not here. So you have a field mechanic and an arcane mechanic at your disposal. Oh, Roy, I actually believe you already went through your little thing and he fixed you. That's right, I remember.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess quote-unquote fixed me.
Yeah, you were helping Alexia track down that one guy with the group. Mr. Braun. The priest also told you that Mr. Braun was probably a critical point of your condition.
Right. So I guess I'm looking for him?
Yeah, in other words, I assume you'll probably start investigating on the whereabouts of Mr. Braun.
Uh-huh.
Currently, I believe the last contact you had with him was when you guys went to the castle, but he was nowhere to be found. There are 2 people you can talk with, actually 3 people. You can talk with Father Connolly, you can talk with the guard captain, or you can talk with Alexia. All 3 of them should probably have some information if you're going to do your detective skills. And we'll roleplay that when you're ready. But right now, does anyone want the floor?
No, I'm busy down the shop.
Just the session of like applying to the.
Oh yeah, that is something we need to do. Tyler.
Yes.
We need to have your character bring in Harris and Lars.
When you're talking about somebody having the floor, the only thing I got is me and my wolf are guarding the entrance to the guild currently.
So is anyone free to roleplay to bring in Lars here?
That might not be wise. Slitherskin tends to view everyone else as a meal.
Who is Lars? Has he played on here before?
My character would be Charlotte. Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, I've met her. Me and Mard, I think have both met her.
Yep.
I'm working, however, that doesn't mean I'm working every single moment of every day.
So instead of working hard, you're hardly working. Cool, got it.
Well, actually, in that case, since Will and Lars are right here on the floor anyway, and since Will is another good entryway for Lars, you stroll on up to the guild house that you were given the address to. It's a guild house.
And he would see the wolf that the guy and the wolf had earlier at the door, chewing on what looks to be a humanoid hip bone.
Charlotte would be. Oh, I've seen this wolf. Except that's it.
The wolf does not seem to mind.
What was it? He cut out if he was talking.
He has gone up and pet your wolf, and the wolf smells him as a familiar face.
And then Keegan will come up because I'm sure the wolf gave some kind of indicator that somebody was there.
Oh yeah, he thumped the ground real hard with his tail.
Okay.
Can I just ask real quick? We did pick up that clockwork guy who was making clockwork capacitors for the guild.
Mm-hmm. His character has officially left, but I put his character in craft mode, so yes, he is at your disposal.
Okay, so I would like to ask that 2 clockwork capacitors be delivered to Ian during his crafting period, if nobody else has greater need for clockwork capacitors.
Very well, they are delivered to you.
Danke, danke.
So Keegan comes at the door. He's like, "Oh, hey,
Hello.
you finally made your way here, huh?"
Finally.
And I look around. Is Ian still busy crafting?
Yes, he has a big
Yes,
do not
for 5
disturb
full
sign
weeks,
taped to his
unfortunately.
back.
Okay, what about Creed?
I'm down at the shop, but if someone wanted to get my attention, I can come up and do it.
Okay, never mind. I'm just like, well, come on in, take a seat. Everybody's kind of busy. We're getting ready for outing, so the rest of the people will be with you sometime.
At the point that they arrive, Creed is returning from being out.
Creed or Mard?
Or, sorry, Mard, not Creed.
Mard has become Creed.
Yes, Mard has become Creed. Bwhahahaha.
I see Mard.
He's
I'm like,
by 6
I see Mard. I'm like, she finally made it here.
Who is this? So I look.
The one that was with us in the crypt, I think.
And I look up and down.
It's the chick.
Who's this person?
It's the Charlotte, the girl. She was the duelist. Dual pistols.
Which picture?
Right here, I believe, where I'm pinging.
I don't see
Yes, that is her.
Right. So you finally made your appearance. Other matters took precedence, I assume.
Are there any job openings?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Are there any job openings?
Perhaps. Although you would need to speak with Creed. He's the one Who has the final say? Though the question is, do you have the skill set to be offered a job?
I think I do. But it is your job to approve. Creeds or whomever.
Well, what is your skill set?
I am a guide spy.
You may want to also tell him, Lars, about your two fairly unique abilities. In case you had forgotten, because you do have the ability to see magic, and you also have the lie detector thing.
Yeah, I was gonna go check that.
You also have a rather large amount of stealth and disguise ability.
As a spy, I can tell everything. If it is a lie. I can also detect some magic in a certain system.
Really? You can detect lies. That's useful. How accurate are you?
If you lie, I know that.
So then if I was to tell you that I was someone who had no tattoos, is that truth or lie?
Is that a lie?
Tyler, do you have any deception skill whatsoever?
I do have the deception skill.
Okay, roll it. Okay, Lars, roll your detection skill plus 5. You know that,
I'm looking for the lie detection skill. Or is that under the spy on the...
it should be under your skills under detection.
I don't see it there.
Okay, you need to put detection there because I'm sick of everyone's fucking character sheets changing. This is really getting annoying.
No, I see detection, but I don't see anything saying. Oh,
I know, yeah, you add 5. When I do a skill check, I give you 5, and even if you fail, you can basically tell. The only thing that reason why I'm having you roll is if you botch, it fucks up.
So detection plus 5?
Yes. Yeah, so, Mard, are you lying?
He is lying.
Yeah, he's lying.
So you do have tattoos.
So then,
Or wait, what was the question?
I
The
was
question
to tell
was
you
if he did
that I
have
was someone that has no tattoos.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he called you out on it.
An interesting gift. Then the other question is, can you fight?
So I said the right thing. I like to believe that I can. I was part of the military.
You're kind of cutting out, Lars. But Tyler, he says to you that he was once part of the 2nd Legion Gun Mage squad of Signar, and they were a pretty notorious gun mage group.
All right. I'll vouch for you, but I have tests for you.
I look at Mard, and I'm like, by the way, that pistol he's got ain't just a pistol.
I know. Get past Propitus's armor once. And you'll have an I'll vouch for you. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Cocytus, come here. And from the guild hall, you see a massive... We're talking... He looks like... You know when you looked at Game of Thrones, you see the mountain? That's what comes walking out of the guild hall. A massive suit of armor.
I've never seen Game of
Big
I'm
giant,
also
big
surprised
giant
at that.
armor.
This guy looks to be almost 6.5 to maybe 6'8".
It's the guy I'm moving around on the board. I don't know how I got control of it, but I do.
Hey, jeez.
Big ass guy.
Big ass motherfuckers.
And he just hefts out his shield. He won't attack, but you have to get past his armor. Stop moving the picture around.
What do I gotta do?
Get past his armor.
You might
Get
want to take
behind
him.
the sheep.
You might want to take him to a different spot before he unleashes that minigun, that pistol-sized minigun.
Head around back. I believe we have the woods behind the guild.
So are you gonna go take him on or what?
Lars?
And Lars goes silent.
If Lars is not here, I can do combat for him.
I'm here.
One moment while I go kill a dog. Excuse me.
Okay, Lars, he is standing there with his shield not attacking. This guy looks like he's very well armored, but you have something to get past that.
All right. Did Lars ask you to shield back up?
Yes.
All right.
So, Lars, I'm going to go ahead and roll for you just because it's taking a little bit of time here. And since I already know the best course of action you can do, I figure I'll just go ahead and do this because that's obviously what you're going to do. Tyler, I assume that hits his D. Oh, yeah, that hits his D.
That hits his defense. That pings off of his shield, though.
Mm-hmm. But it did hit, correct?
That hit, but it just pinged off his shield.
All right, so here's where the fun thing goes.
It was also a crit, wasn't it?
It was. Here's what's going to happen. So, the knight... fuck, I can't see his name. Cocytus is now glowing in what looks like a wraith fire. And now... Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That definitely gets through his armor.
And what is this?
This is a Wraith Fire plus accuracy plus power enhancement.
So this is fire damage?
No, this shot is actually just pure gun mage damage, but he's getting a bonus from the first shot, and he's also got a power enhanced bullet, so it's all bullet damage. Magical bullet damage. So I believe his armor is 20, so that will be 8 to his spiral.
No, his 22.
22, so that will be 6 to his spiral.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens when he crits and has a power up at the same time.
Not bad.
I'm just picturing down in the wool factory, Creed just goes like, "Oh, what the hell!"
Well, basically, what happened was you hear a bang, and then you hear a bang bang, and then.
I was referring to the Sanguine's blessing.
It's good to note that I told them they might want to go outside, and they went outside.
Yeah, that was a good idea, because Cocytus got engulfed in wraith flame, and then a big bullet just smashes right into the front of him, and then explodes, and leaves like a little crater where Cocytus was.
And Cocytus is just standing there, just still his shield exactly in place. Just hole through the shield, hole in his chest. Not bad.
I'm not really properly able to hear you guys.
That's all right.
I certainly think you qualify. Come, now you just need to meet with Creed. And Mard will lead you in to the back into the guild hall. And as he passes by, Will, what's your character's name?
Keegan.
Keegan. What do you think? Decent shot.
Yeah, I kind of spotted that gun from the get-go. That's why I was like, I might want to go outside.
You also know that the two guns he has are extremely master-crafted mage-lock pistols.
Mm-hmm. But it's his own commander, really.
Yeah, geez, freaking critical to enhanced damage and then enhanced damage. That was just insane. Just boom, boom.
But she seems like a good talkie too.
Mm-hmm.
She also has a darn good amount of stealth and a very good disguise skill. Actually, she's a professional at disguises.
Fantastic. All of those skills will come in very handy. We need those who can speak are the ones staying behind. Majority of the upper command are taking an excursion. And he'll lead you into one of the meeting areas with Creed. You can wait here for Creed. And then he'll be getting Creed.
Okay. You'll find him down in the wool crafting area, working on what seems to be a giant fucking battering ram.
I believe we have a new recruit. One you might be interested in.
Oh, what's the gist of him?
Her, actually.
Oh, that's rare.
A spy.
Oh, sorry.
Able to read through my deception. And, most interestingly, she was able to put a bullet through Cocytus's armor.
That is impressive. All right, I'll go meet her. Good catch, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll go meet up with this lady.
One other little benefit, that little ghost shot she has,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell that would clearly illuminate any enemies trying to use invisibility or cover.
Perfect. Even better.
So yeah, I'll head up there, Brandon.
All right.
Who am I looking at here?
You are looking at Charlotte, over to the far left.
Far left. You mean the... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see him.
That is Lars's character.
Ah, okay.
She's dressed pretty much like in the picture, has a traveling cloak on, and is she has two very well crafted, look like masterwork magelock pistols on her front hips.
Interesting. I'll walk over to her. Okay, I gotta ask. Does she really have the itty bitty little hat?
No. It's
Okay.
big. It's bigger.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'll walk up to you. Good evening, ma'am. My name is Creed. I'm the commander of this base. I've been told by my second in command that you are looking to join us.
Lars? Lars, you are up.
Okay, so something is clearly up. I'm going
Yeah.
to assume that he tells me what happens, and I'll give him the same as usual. Provisional acceptance to the guild until such time as we return and see what's happened.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
His ping just went haywire on Discord, so he can't even speak.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, same deal as everybody else.
Yep.
Okay, we're good to go then.
Excellent.
Oh, and are we actually gonna just go through, Brandon? Are we just gonna time skip ahead to the end of the 5 weeks or what?
I will gladly give you guys time skip since we're splitting the groups tonight.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
We may skip ahead if you guys wish.
All right. I'm just saying so that everybody else can get their stuff done. You know.
I am 100% for time skipping ahead to the end of the 5 weeks plus 1 day that I needed.
All right.
So, yep, Sans.
And
I would like to do those downtime actions, and I would like to know, if possible, what those do.
Oh, for the other gears?
For the stuff that I'm making for, like, Will and...
Yep, here it goes. Will.
The boots that I requested are Fleet, Aegis, Steady, which means +1 speed and depth, can't be knocked down, and immune to continuous effects.
Will? Okay, whatever. Creed, you have the boots.
what?
Sans made the
It's
boots
Tetron.
for you.
Tetron.
Oh, Tetron, sorry.
Tetron.
Tetron, sorry. Sans made them.
Okay. What boots are these? Like
Not you.
Sorry. What's up?
Tetron. The boots are going to Tetron.
Okay. I didn't. Yeah.
Is Will here? At all?
Does not sound like.
Okay, so moving on then. Sans, your stuff for Pariah. That was pretty self-explanatory, I think. I don't need to give you the effect on that, do I?
Whoa,
No.
whoa. The plan that Sans had for Pariah was based on an obsolete set of conditions. As soon as they said, oh yeah, we've got clockwork capacitors, my orders to Sans would have changed. I don't need him.
No, I already gave him the new orders, Brian.
Good. And at which point, boom, done.
Excellent, so that's good. So really I just need to give the effect for Will's stuff right now. But Will's not here.
And just to make absolutely sure, Brandon, that new rune plate slot has an on-off switch that I can reach, right?
Yes.
Good. Then I just have a request for the rune plate crafter whenever he's free.
Will, are you back? Can you unmute your microphone? I can. There you go. I can see that you're. He is here. Brandon.
Yep, I cannot hear Will at all.
Yeah, I know, but he's here though.
Okay. So as long as Will has a spot on his character sheet, I can tell him what his new gear is. Will, your spear, its power, its P+S or its power, whatever you want to put on, goes up by 1. And your crossbow, the stats say the same, except it's now a repeating crossbow. You can fire it multiple times before you have to reload. Unless you want Sans to put a scope on it.
And I believe we have 3 more weeks of downtime.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I was trying to say for the spear, is it the power or the strength that goes up 1 or both?
It is the power.
Okay. All right. And the crossbow is repeating, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, got it.
And just to confirm, Brandon, there are 3 more weeks of downtime that were declared.
Yes.
Then for those 3 weeks, of internal upgrade I can make to either of my steam jacks.
You will have to look up upgrades you wish to do. I am not going to look up everything for every single character.
No, you have to do it, Brandon.
Nah, it ain't happening, man.
Do it for all of us, Brandon.
Nah. Something dark side. Something complete.
Fortunately, no one here is the Emperor yet.
No.
I don't know. Slitherskin feels a little bit like the Emperor to me.
Eh.
It's okay. I mean, Tetron, all you got to do is take Force Lightning and you're set.
That's what I think of obliteration as.
You do just need to watch out for one of your companions throwing you into a giant void.
I would never do that.
Besides, I can soak void.
Plus, let's face it, we want to throw him, that means we have to get into grappling range with him.
Not to mention pick him up. Have you seen how much that fucker weighs?
Yeah. It's like that Zamisi trying to split his actions to fleshcraft 3 fucking Garu at once.
Two guys were riding a giant battle direfly into battle. As they were driving, or flying, as it will, to the battle, they were deciding that they were pretty bored and they wanted to do something. One of the guys is like, let's play chess. The owner of the fly said no. Huh, well then you want to play cards or do anything? The owner of the fly said no. And he says, well, why don't you want to do anything? This is boring. We're getting to the battlefield. Let's do something. And he's like, I never do anything on the fly.
Fuck you. Just no. Alright, so who's
Are we done
got...
with the crafting frenzy?
You guys should be all done with the crafting frenzy.
Alright.
Are we done with the supply purchasing frenzy?
I'm going to roll for my wold, and then I'll be all set.
And I will still be declaring building projects using that 3 weeks of downtime.
I needed an 18, Brandon, and I got a 24. Alright. Could you make one more character sheet for me? Because I need it for the wold. TY.
Speaking of flying, Brandon, I need something that crafting in the guild will not get me. What connections do I need to be able to eventually get that griffin mount?
That will be circle.
Oh, well, I already have those.
I would just like to say that we are now officially all Group 1.
So 5 weeks of downtime, huh? How long will it take me to eventually get that mount?
That
I mean, I'm
mount,
gonna have.
You're gonna need to do some role play and some resources for that, my friend.
Okay, because I mean, I've got to wait till I can get another advancement anyway to pick a different mount specialization.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, Brandon.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
What do we make from the mine?
In those 5 weeks, you guys get 25% of the total mine outcome.
Which is how much?
The mine has produced in these 5 weeks 3,000 gold. So 25% of 3,000. Plus, you guys got paid 1,200 for those first 2 weeks.
Plus, we get all the workers' pay since they're all.
That's the 1,200 each week.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well-
you bastard.
Well, from below, you guys can hear a "It lives!"
And then
and then the floor starts shaking. Because this thing, standing at about 15 feet tall, just starts rolling out the front of the guild hall.
Hehe.
I believe I have a new frontliner for the group.
Yep.
I actually thought it would be bigger than that.
Well, the image in the book puts it roughly about 15 feet. Because all it has is a little diagram at the top of the book.
Oh no, I was saying
page.
that. I was saying that to Creed.
Oh, that's fine. It's still gonna hit like a fucking truck.
By the way, Brandon, the number is 2,100 per week,
Sorry, 2,100.
and we were actually interested in the actual. I believe we were actually interested in the ore output, not the gold value of the ore.
Iron ore was 50 pounds.
Okay.
Oh, and something that I did actually put into this one to make it a little bit more utility-wise is its arms actually have unfolding hands that wrist lock into the battering rams themselves. So simply by turning its wrists to the side, it can unlock and actually use fingers and a thumb.
He's a Megazord.
Yeah, but it's just a simple locking mechanism for stonework. So if you're, hey, might as well have it be able to pick things up too instead of just hit things.
Yep.
So your things don't require coal or wood or anything like that to operate, right?
My stuff, no.
Oh, okay.
So,
But yeah, is everybody all set in terms of crafting and or supplies they personally want? Thank you, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I just had to go buy some more firebolt gear.
Oh, jeez. Okay, try that one more time.
I think that was Tetron. I'm not sure.
Brandon, for the third time, can you please check your friggin' chat, please?
I'm not seeing anything, Tyler.
Bullshit, you aren't.
I'm not seeing anything pop up. I'm serious. I'm literally looking at the screen. You can watch my recording. There is nothing over here.
In Discord.
You want your receipt for what?
Take a look, read.
Oh well, hell, that's gotta be role played out. But yeah, it's. I'll tell you what, it's good. Thumbs up.
Okay.
I'll let you guys brush over crafting. I ain't gonna let you guys brush over roleplay. Fuck that.
Yep.
How do I expand this thing?
Use force.
No, the picture. Oh, thank you.
All right. And of course, I'm crafting my other two thralls.
Yep. Now, all your thralls, even the commanders, they only got one action a turn, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Well, they have the standard character loadout for actions. They don't have any extra.
Mm-hmm. That makes
Well,
sense.
that's like his wall. If he's shooting his little thing, whatever, the commander creeds, he gets a couple of.
Well, I know, but remember, War Beasts and War Jacks are different because where Tyler can basically sit here and go, I'm shitting out 50,000 zombies. They all only have one action. Matt can sit there and be like, I have my wold attack you 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Trade-off is strength in numbers, each one hits, versus lower in numbers, more hits.
I think Creed needs to make some type of wall that it will actually give him cover.
This one does actually.
He does.
Oh, okay.
Just like Sans' Jacks and Jared's Jack, they all give them cover.
Okay.
Heck, even Tyler's zombies give him some cover. Because
my zombies are bodyguards, man.
Well, yeah. Not only can Cocytus block for you, but I don't know if you guys remember this, but when an enemy shoots through, fellow players are cover. So if one of you was to say hide behind Ian and another enemy character shoots at you, you technically gain at least partial cover from Ian. The same works in reverse. If you guys want to shoot an enemy that's behind a bunch of enemies, he technically gets cover from you.
Aha! Not for me.
Yes.
If anybody else
and this is a
anything
vital
to do,
thing to
I'm
realize
gonna go grab myself a Coke and then let's go fuck some shit up.
is that Foxhole negates that rule. Models in the Foxhole don't provide cover to other models.
Yes, that is correct. However, for allies, that's not a big problem because Foxhole provides cover. It just doesn't stack cover.
I will shoot you in the face from behind your computer screen, Brandon. Because
Can I ask? Sorry.
Say what?
For some reason, my PDF for the core rule book has gone missing off of my computer. Can somebody send it to me?
Will, why are you trying so hard to shoot me? I don't get it.
Hello?
I hear you, Sans.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah,
didn't, Brandon. Why
Yeah,
didn't you hear me?
I heard you. Tell me, Sans, all those crafting rolls, do you have enough Gnosis for that?
Fuck you. I don't need Gnosis.
Yeah, you do. You need the coincidence, too.
The coincidence is I'm a
Can you
fucking...
stop with the crafting and head out now?
Yeah, I can barely hear anyone. No one's been saying anything.
We've been saying let's head out now. We're all done crafting.
Yeah, I couldn't hear shit.
turn up your speakers.
Testing, testing.
All right, are we headed to the Temple of Sirius?
Yes.
Fucking A.
Just for my reference, where on the big map is the Temple of Sirius?
The Temple of Sirius is...
Up Ian's butt.
Oh, okay. It's basically right there next to us.
The map is really large. It's deep in the jungle that's near the city, but that's basically where it is on the map.
So are we going?
Yes.
We're going?
We're going.
The going is actually happening. Yay!
All right, everybody, load your shit up and let's get on the road. I swear to God, if Slitherskin starts saying, "Are we there yet?" every few seconds, I'm punching
Sans
him.
said, "Are we there yet?"
Gerd's getting a gag.
Sons.
A monkey said, "Fuck you, asshole, you go back to your butt sex."
All right. So yes, Brandon, we are off. We are doing things.
We are kicking ass and eating people.
So you guys proceed into the jungle, right?
Exactly.
All right. You guys kind of march onward. And you find that this jungle next to the city, it's still kind of on the outskirts. It's a bit of a walk. It's miles away. But as you eventually are eventually you get to the
Miles
jungle.
away. How many days travel is that?
It's 2 days travel.
God.
When you get to this jungle, you realize how fucking vast and big it is. The trees stretch up in the sky for miles, and the trees are very wide. It's much like the forest you did when you first came in here, except it's even thicker. This is a very big jungle. Keegan, you look around. You don't see anything out of ordinary right now. You do notice that these trees are a bit different than the surrounding trees in the other areas.
All right. I'm just keeping watch then. Let's do this then. Any more information on them trees?
Just that they are tropical in nature, while the other ones were more temperate.
Okay. So we're getting out of a cold climate area then.
Yep, you guys notice that surprisingly for heading north, it's getting hotter.
Interesting. Is there a particular reason we would know why it's getting hotter in game?
Just the location you're in. The odd thing about the land of Cain, this map you see, is that when you go more north and you're actually in the land of Kador, it gets pretty fucking cold. When you go to Rule or the Circle area and you start to go north, it actually gets hotter.
Interesting.
And yet both areas technically head north. Some say this is due to Kador being a lot closer to the sea. Who knows?
Okay.
Because technically from that red square you guys see, you guys are going straight up.
Okay.
So we continue traveling towards where the temple should be.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to Keegan's survival skills, you guys managed to find a decent path through the jungle here. As you guys start to travel, would every single one of you roll me a willpower roll?
Okay, any modifiers?
None.
Is this due to the elements?
This is due to natural stuff.
Be aware. So,
Clothing meant for the cold. Brendan,
Say,
does it help at all if we're wearing clothing that's designed for the cold?
it's not cold, it's hot, but it's nothing to do with the actual weather.
Please to roll the motherfucking check.
Okay, everyone notices this. You guys occasionally walk by these plants or these bulbs on some of the trees that are releasing some kind of gas or spore. After a while, you guys notice that you're starting to get fucked with since you all rolled high willpower rolls. You can see that something is causing you guys to see things. The trail is becoming blurry and twisty and not going the way it should. Certain trees are moving here or there. In other words, it feels like someone's royally trying to fuck with you, but you're clearly aware of it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Brendan, I have my...
Oh,
Brendan,
sorry.
Jax, lead the group, because they can see what's real.
Before
And
you
what...
do that, you should pay attention to what Tetron just did.
Okay.
And
What
also,
the fuck?
and also, Brandon, I'll do another survival check. Is this a plant that I know about?
We now don't breathe anymore.
So, Tetron,
Okay.
did you just kill everybody?
Only metaphysically.
I'm still putting my gas mask on, but
Well,
I'm still putting my gas mask on, but holy shit.
You know what? I can hold 4 at a time. I've got a gas mask. Some other people have gas masks. But this is for those who don't have gas masks.
Okay, so Brandon, here's my question. Since I know about these kind of plants, is this something that is affecting you from breathing it in, or is it from contact with skin or eyes?
This seems to be from breathing in.
Okay. So I'll relay that to the group, and I don't even know who's got gas masks, but I'll take a scrap of that cloth out, wet it, and wrap it around my face.
Dude, we bought spare gas masks.
Okay.
Not only do we have spare gas masks, Tetron's character Slitherskin is casting a spell on you that makes you count as undead, stop breathing or having any metabolic reaction to the stuff at all.
I see that, but that's just fucking creepy.
And get +2 armor.
Bard Greer is completely fine with being counted as undead for the time being.
Is it counted as undead, or does it turn you into undead? Because that's fucking creepy. I'm just curious. Anyway, okay. So we got that.
Target living character gains +2 armor and becomes undead. In other words, Tetron just killed you guys, or tried to kill you guys.
Hey, Brandon, we got these plants point out to us, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna collect some.
Okay, then just so we know, I'm telling my 2 laser beam wolves to burn any of those plants they see along our path.
No. Collect them and put them in something. We might find a use for them.
I'm an alchemist. This is, I'm harvesting.
Collect
I'm
them.
harvesting the PCP that grows on its own.
That's what I was about to say.
PCP, the shrooms. These are shrooms.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody will have a use for it. Even if we don't, we can sell that shit.
And if we choose to take up residence within the Temple of Sirius, this provides a natural defense against the unwary. Best, since we can circumvent its effects, to leave it be.
And we can take some and plant it even closer.
If we could plant it at the castle as well, we could plant
Yes.
it anywhere near where we want.
All right. If you guys think you can find a use for it and synthesize it, by all means.
However, regardless of this, even with your tactics of covering up the gas and harvesting and or destroying the plants you find, this has made the trip a little bit more difficult and is making your navigation through the jungle a bit more off.
Yes, which is why I'm setting my steam jacks to walk in front of us. So if there's an illusionary tree, they will walk through it and alert us because they aren't affected by any weird toxins. They're robots.
Yep, excellent.
They'll follow the.
So you guys will proceed onward. And do any of you guys actually know where to look for the temple?
I believe we have a map of it.
A map of where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Because you guys, skipping ahead a little bit just because I'm getting really tired here. You guys are searching around and searching and searching and searching. And some of you guys are kind of making rage rolls right now because it's like, where the fuck is this thing? You eventually find a stream. Would anyone like to roll a survival or detection on the stream? Will?
Yes.
Will, as you and the group are getting ready, you guys are getting very frustrated. Like, where in the fuck is this goddamn temple? Why can't we find it? And then whoever stands to drink at the water realizes something. As you all take a drink from the water to refresh yourselves, you taste something familiar in the water. It tastes like iron. The river is flowing downstream south past you, meaning the taste, if you had to guess, is probably coming further north down the stream.
Ian will turn and follow the stream northward. I go upstream.
Excellent. You guys have followed the stream up and up and up, and man, this temple is a lot deeper than you guys thought. However, eventually, you guys notice something pretty interesting as you come to one of the basins of the stream. The stream all of a sudden cuts out into a waterfall. This is odd because the stream is now flowing in two directions. Completely different. One is now flowing south downhill, the other is now flowing out over a waterfall. The water is coming out of a slit that seems to be under the river, and it's pushing the water in two different directions. There is no magic, and there is no funky gear mechanism here doing that. That being said, you now are looking out over a vast valley clearing. For example, it's basically a giant kind of jungle valley crater inside the big jungle. And when you guys look down into that jungle, you guys think you can see the tip top of what looks like almost maybe a temple.
I use my spyglass so I can check it out a little closer.
You look a little bit closer. This does appear to indeed be the tip of a temple you can see over the trees down below in the valley. You notice that it's got strange carvings on it, ones that you're not familiar with.
I describe them as I'm seeing them, so mainly to Mard, but whoever. whoever's there to hear.
That sounds like the place we're looking for.
And then I want to check out the area in between us and the temple, the path, to see if I see any little critters or anything like that, that we might run into.
You notice that there is a fairly clear path to the temple, and although the temple is kind of surrounded by really thick trees and hard to see in, you don't see too many critters here or there, although you guys think you see a couple like bison and whatnot and some big ass, and I do mean some big ass fucking deer come going by, but nothing seems to be very hostile.
Okay.
And I look to my minions, set the stones. And each one of them will release their packs and set down the 3 standing stones. We'll get there much quicker now that I have sight of it. If you would gather around.
Okay, so you learned the.
Yeah, Keegan already knows what's up with this, so he's right there.
Nice. I didn't know you'd picked that up.
I've known it all along. I simply didn't
I'd
have
like
the
to
stone.
understand that we have line of sight of the temple, and the necromancer is attempting to use his standing stones to teleport there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to race him. I am charging directly towards the temple. What do I have to do?
This will be a matter of initiative. You and Tyler will roll off initiative. Oh my god. So, okay, no, I gotta say what happens here. So, no, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's happening, motherfuckers.
Wow, we rolled identical.
So, John, Ian goes running and running and running, and he gets to the temple, and right as Ian is going, yeah, I won, you plow head first into Tyler, and you guys go toppling over, bam, 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 right into the stone floor of the opening of the temple.
Okay.
Tyler, you witness, all right, teleporting, we're there. And you are all in a heaping mess in a pile in the front stone of the temple.
I allow my heavy wool to take the hit for me.
This would be the one of those instances where Cocytus would have stepped in front of me and just been like, takes the hit of Ian.
The whole party just turned into a giant mass of bodies crashing into each other.
So stood in front of Ian, the 3 of them just went shield, and Ian just poof.
It's like, fuck your shields.
Will's like, oh, I'm excited. Hey, we So, as you're all collecting yourselves, you find that you are standing in kind of a big courtyard area, and you are looking up at a temple. This temple is pyramid-shaped. It's fairly normally kind of conscripted after very ancient Egyptian style, except you guys notice something. This is not a temple made of stone or wood. This is a temple made of what looks like solid metal. The metal shines very brightly off the sun as it comes over the trees and slightly reflecting off of it. This temple appears to have no actual entrance or door. Other than that, it just looks like a really big metal pyramid.
I look at Ian and I'm like, no door.
Is anyone opposed to me drilling through the stone wall?
It's metal.
Drilling through the metal wall.
What kind of metal is it made out of?
Not a single one of you knows what the kind of metal this is. It looks like some sort of steel, maybe? But this is unlike any metal you guys have ever seen.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Harvest it.
Hang on, if this is a metal, I want to roll a lore. My
You
character
found
knows.
In case you didn't notice, Brandon, Ian is knocking on the non-existent door.
I noticed. So the second two hits are definitely doing some damage, but this looks like it might take a little bit.
Yeah, Brandon, Kokaitis, and the two others. They're gonna help Ian out there.
And what is Ian doing? Sorry.
He is casting battering ram at the wall.
He is making a
15 feet away from the wall, and he's just casting boosted battering ram into it.
Yeah, that's why I left. I'm like, no door, and bang, bang. You know, we really should just let Sans drill through it. I mean, he has a drill.
Yeah, but there's now 3 Guardians, a Bone Swarm, and Ian, all just a fucking hole through this thing.
Brandon?
Yeah, I see. Okay. So the entire party decides to instantly just start attacking the temple. Like,
No,
You know why that's happening, Brandon? Because we have been preparing and splitting and negotiating and role-playing and buying and crafting and preparing and traveling for hours now.
Keegan is keeping a lookout. Keegan is keeping a lookout. He's letting them take care of that. He's watching our back.
So as the dust fucking settles, there is now a big fucking hole into the temple. And the reason why this is taking so long is because when you guys knock down the first technical wall, you realize just how vast this pyramid actually is, because the moment you knock down a wall, there's another wall. The moment you knock down another wall, there's a wall. By the time you guys get through 4 layers, eventually you get to a black layer that's taking no damage whatsoever.
Hang on, is this...
However, you guys notice that in each layer that you guys have knocked down, there are hallways and other places you can go. Once you get to this new black layer of black sheet metal, it looks like, you guys are doing no damage to it whatsoever.
That's the layer we want to explore.
So, Brandon, we collect up all the metal that was stripped off to make this doorway.
Brandon, I shoot magic at the obsidian.
Nothing happens.
I attack the darkness.
Your bone swarm is destroyed by the darkness.
So this is a pyramid going all the way around of a strange, very sturdy metal.
So, who wants to check out these other areas? Anybody? These hallways?
Our entrance now.
Hey, Brandon, I'm going to hit it with Banishing Right to cancel out its magic.
Does not work.
Okay.
How wide are these corridors?
These corridors are very, very, very wide. You could fit probably 4 or 5 steam jacks across in these corridors. Which is odd because the pyramid from the outside didn't actually look that big, but now that you're inside it, holy shit, this is huge. And you can already tell, just by looking at a couple of these hallways, this is probably going to be some kind of labyrinth.
Well, fuck that. We're not dealing with puzzles. We start breaking through every single level and mapping it out by breaking through the floors.
Yeah.
Fuck puzzles.
As I told the guys, somewhere we're making some trap layer and construction worker cry.
Well, this is oh man, okay.
They didn't go down the steps. They just pushed to the fucking floor.
Who here, who is alive, has the most attack and damage?
I got a lot of DPS with some decent damage, and the Wolves got pretty heavy hitting now.
But
But
I think what you need is brute strength for this. It doesn't matter the damage.
Okay.
Technically, Matt's Wold can dish out the most damage theoretically right now.
I think the Bone Swarm
Beat a
does.
living person.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it.
No,
Right.
the bone strike has one extra die. My Wold just got one extra point of strength.
Well, technically, your Wold has a stronger power weapon.
That's what I was gonna say. I got a decent strength, but it's the weapons I use that are not gonna be good to batter down walls. Unlike Ian with his shields,
Right.
or your battering ram Wold.
Yeah, so it will not be hard for us to just punch through this stuff.
Pariah.
What can I do for you?
Once a while ago. I'm going to start pumping you with boosted damage and boosted attack. Constantly. While we're not in combat.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do this just in case, because I'm keeping a watch out.
So right now, you guys are standing in a vast hallway. One side going to the left, one side going to the right, and in front of you is the impenetrable black metal. From the right, Keegan, you immediately know that when you guys are done and the dust is kind of settling and you're deciding which way to go, from the right side, you see a giant metal wall just form down and slowly start to roll towards you.
I'm holding the spear and I pointed out to everybody that way that the wall is closing in.
Which kind of metal? The chewy kind or the chunky kind?
It's the shiny kind that seems to be on the outside.
Just for shits and giggles, I try to punch through it.
Okay. Yep. So it starts to kind of push you, and you're like, oh shit, but after a couple punches, you punch through it, and now it's got a hole. And you notice that the metal wall is now kind of just still moving, but you've punched through it. So now it's just got a hole. The metal wall moves to the middle, turns and folds itself, and then tries to fit itself where you guys left the hole, but because you guys left a hole that's a bit odd shaped and this giant piece of metal is a square, it doesn't quite fit right. But it tries to fill it in anyway.
Hang on, there is free
itself.
Yes, it looks like it's trying to repair itself.
metal just popping out of nowhere. Did we bring the two?
Oh, go ahead.
Did we bring the two heavy carts so that we can just stand here and keep collecting big, strong, sturdy metal?
Yeah.
Actually, Brandon, question. This metal plate that came down and laid over the hole we had blasted on the floor, was it on tracks, or did it just magically levitate?
Both. When it was coming down the hallway, you could hear gear mechanisms going, and you could see something going through the lines or cracks of the metal and whatnot, but you couldn't quite see it. When it came to the entryway where you guys made the hole, it seemed to kind of come off the tracks and then kind of levitate over.
Good. Let's go check out the mechanism.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let us follow this mechanism back to its stockpile. It'll be faster.
Exactly.
So you guys just trying to search the walls or cracks and try and find a way?
I'll be back in just a minute. I'm tired of shooting outside my house.
We're going to find where the mechanism lowered the metal into place, and then we're going to search around there. And if we can't find a doorway or an access panel or anything like that, we're just going to punch our way to it.
Well, you guys are probably going to have to punch your way to it anyway, because the mechanism or whatever is very hard to see, because apparently it slides over itself, meaning that when something comes out, it's kind of like loading a bullet into a gun chamber. It just like the where it came from seals up.
Okay, so
we have infinite ammo and patience. We hammer on the stupid device from every conceivable angle at once until it breaks open and we get to see in.
Okay, so where are you guys breaking? The ceiling, the wall, the floor? Which one do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay.
As in everywhere.
Okay.
Every direction.
For those of you who make anything in the floor of the current hallway you're on, you notice that you basically would fall into what looks like, and I try and describe this with the best effort I can, a sea or ocean of gearwork mechanisms. You look down and you see movement, like if you were looking down and looking at an ant swarm. And it is all gears upon gears upon gears upon movement upon bars.
That's perfect. I start hitting the gears with battering rams.
You start just shooting the gears with battering rams through the hole that you can see down. The gears eventually
start firing hellfire down there.
Yep, the gears eventually just start to wear and tear and tear and tear and tear, and then eventually, after 5 hours of doing this, the gears all stop. And the shimmer and the shine that you guys noticed was in the temple and kind of outside the temple as well, stops. And everything gets dark.
I will light a lantern and hang it on my wolf's head.
You light a lantern and hang it on your wolf's head. You guys are standing in the dark hallway with the moonlight from the outside illuminating in slightly and a giant hole in the ground that you guys are looking down in.
Since the low light conditions have no effect on me whatsoever, I will now continue exploring the labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. I can also see in the dark, so the lantern was mostly for the people who can't see in the dark.
So you guys continue onward, I assume down the right side, since you guys just step over the hole.
So that we have light.
Okay, false alarm. It was just fireworks.
Since Tetron brought bottles of light, I will, if Tetron has enough of them, I will take bottles of light. I will open the helmets of my thralls. I will put the bottles of light in the helmets of my thralls. So now they have lanterns coming out of their helmet. So as they look around, they're illuminating everything around them.
And don't you have like 20 of these guys following you?
No, there's 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm only allowing him to have 3 in combat. Otherwise, combat would take like 5 hours.
But there's now 3 suits of there's now 3 suits of armor with lanterns.
A Steamjack roll to attempt to, or Steamjack lore roll to attempt to understand the inner workings of this pyramid. Brandon?
Say again.
I make a Steamjack roll to attempt to understand what the gears are doing in this place and study the mechanician.
Even with everything you've got, the only thing you can conclude from the gears is that they're somehow doing like a massive Rube Goldberg kind of mechanism, and somehow each one of those gears was working another gear, which worked another gear, which moved a wall, which worked another gear, which moved another wall, and it's just like it's hurting your brain.
Can we walk on the gears at this point? Like, have they completely halted to where we could?
If you guys fall in there, you're just going to be in a sea of gears and destroyed metal and crap.
How far down is it? That can now be safely done.
You're all doing for us now.
How far down is it?
It is a good 100-foot drop.
Okay, it's more than I want to drop right now.
Well, guys, it's a good thing I brought this grappling hook and rope. This grappling bolt and rope.
The question is down there an adequate route to where we want to go?
I don't think so. Especially since I wasn't here, I was going out and checking what the noise was
So
outside my
let us
house.
solve the labyrinth now that it is broken.
At least for the moment. For all we know, it could have a secondary repair system.
Well, that's what we're measuring.
I'm
We
aware.
know how to break the primary repair mechanism. If a secondary repair mechanism exists, it will show up and repair, and we can hunt that down and then smash that.
Mm-hmm.
I have an infinite supply of battering rams, which are uniquely suited to destroying machinery because they automatically push stuff after damaging it.
So what are we actually doing here anyway? I just knew we were coming here. I didn't know what we were coming
This
here.
appears to be somehow linked to all the shit that's been going on.
Okay.
It's
So
also
we're exploring it. The whole point is to reach whatever is the central point of this entire temple and figure it out.
also a place of ancient technology.
Preferably getting into multiple violent encounters on the way.
Exactly.
Yep.
Brandon,
So, forward.
here is my operating principle. I walk through the labyrinth and I trace along the black unbreakable material. When I encounter a wall that wants to turn me away from the black unbreakable material, I break it.
Mm-hmm.
I trace the outline of the black unbreakable material.
You trace the outline, and you want to know how big it is?
Yes, and I also want to know if it has any details, shapes, markings, etc. Because presumably at some point in this labyrinth, I'm thinking there's a point where the labyrinth would normally reach the central object. And it would probably reach it at the door to the central object.
After 2 miles, you find something different.
Cool.
What do we find?
Takes you guys a while since you got to break through a few walls, but because you guys have just been going and
Not
technically
nearly as long as walking around them.
true,
By the way, does the repair system ever repair itself?
you can hear mechanisms start to function, whatnot, but you don't seem to see anything happening.
Well, if I can hear them start to function, I blast a hole in the floor and look for the repair mechanisms.
Okay. You can
And then I
eventually.
shoot them.
Yep, you hear some, you shoot them, you do the whole routine, and then you hear
What's
some
the
coming
repair
from the
mechanism
ceiling.
look like?
It's still all
Brandon,
gears.
what does this repair
It's
mechanism
still
look like?
it's still all gears. Nothing's changed. It's just as you guys continue down to certain areas, because the pyramid is so dang big, you keep finding areas that are undamaged, and then you damage them.
I feel so bad for Brandon.
Oh, not at all. This is making my job easy. You guys are just going in a big circle. So when you get to the second half, you do find something different in the black wall. You find a drawing, or what looks like a drawing on the black obsidian material. This drawing seems to be of a archway or door. Very similar if you watch the first Lord of the Rings when they first find the secret entrance to the Mind of Moria. It looks kind of like that. It is drawn in some sort of strange white outline. This is nothing Duenian.
Does that cover for general occult as well?
You've never seen these kind of drawings or this particular kind of mumbo jumbo.
I put my hand on it. Can I feel magic?
You do feel a little bit of magic, actually.
Okay.
Is there
Step forward and indicate to fucking Commander Creed and Marg Greer, who are probably walking along about a half a mile behind me with alarmed expressions.
Okay. Brandon, what does my rune reader ability tell me about the magic on this door?
Your rune reader ability says nothing.
Brandon?
Okay, so there's no active magic on this door.
There's active magic.
Then I should be able to read it.
The only thing you're reading is magic.
Right, but
Yeah.
unless this is completely unknown magic that's never been seen before, I should be reading something on it.
Well,
more importantly, when he reads that totally unknown magic, he will read it in visible runes, because that's the way magic in this world works.
When you read it, Matt, they're runes you've never seen before. You know it's magic, You know it's some kind of seal spell. You have no idea what it is, though.
So it's entirely new magic I've never seen before.
That is correct.
And no one else has ever seen before or recorded or written down.
That's correct.
Cool. I'm going to write it down.
There you go.
And I will inform the party of this.
Ah, Harris is here.
But if this is some sort of sealing spell, what's it sealing in?
Your mother.
Sadly, I have no idea. As I said, I can't read this. It's not any language I recognize of magic.
That disturbing.
Worrisome, yes, but frankly, we've dealt with worse.
Is this the only side that we've seen it on, Brandon? Or were they like there on the other sides with more faded in?
No, this is it. This is the first one you've come across.
I say we take the metal and go.
Is there any like...
Agreed. We're not finding anything valuable. We're finding more and more doors and traps and layers and labyrinths. This isn't a treasure box, it's a prison.
Well, if there's nothing above us or below us except for those gears, then yeah, fuck it. Strip what we can from the sidings and let's get out of here.
To be fair, I'll point something out. I know you guys have looked down, and I know you guys have looked kind of up.
I don't know.
But there are other passageways and other levels of the pyramid. Mostly you guys just focused on tracing around the center part, which was a pretty good idea. There are other hallways and passageways and things that lead downward into other areas if you guys wish to explore those. The area that you guys have been focusing on at the moment is just the main level that you guys walked into.
No, we're okay. We're just gonna take the metal.
What we did was punch a hole straight to the center of the labyrinth, as we understand it, and we've seen no indication that this labyrinth has multiple objective points. I would be inclined to assume that all the extra levels and layers and corridors and doors and destinations that we're not going to are all the in-between parts of a 6-year expedition to solve this goddamn self-repairing labyrinth.
Yeah, we're just gonna...
around and I'm like, I punched straight to the center of the maze. And there I found what honestly looks like a genie bottle. And I looked at that for a second. I said, gee, an ancient unknown magic has sealed this door. Ancient unknown magic means gods. This door was sealed by the gods. Self-repairing machines? Never heard of that anywhere. Magical metals that flow through the air and patch up the holes that were punched in the machine? Holy fuck, if Signar had this technology, they would have dominated the world. Same for Khador. This isn't anybody on our level. This is god-level magic. And I accepted that. But now I found in the center of the god-level magic a corked genie bottle. I carefully inscribed, do not open under any circumstances on a piece of metal in Dunian runes, hang it on the archway, and lead us the fuck back out, assuming that no one objects.
Excellent.
And I have no reason to go to any of the side passages, because those are just part of the 6-year mission to make it to where I've already been. Unless I see something that says, hey, by the way, this way to the secret treasure room, I'm not interested.
Well...
Okay, what did I miss?
If you guys
Let's
wish...
self-repairing before we leave.
We got 100,000.
Okay, what were you trying to say, Brandon?
Okay. If you guys continue to look, because I'll assume you guys just do a general scour.
No, we really don't.
Oh, you don't? You don't go anywhere else? Okay.
No, we leave.
Okay, that's
Take all of the metal.
That's perfectly fine. I just don't want to short change you guys, because there really was a point to this. But if you guys don't want to do it, that is fine. You guys head out and you leave.
No, we beat.
If there's something obvious for us to see, then by all means get on with the thing that we see. But we are not motivated to stick around and research if that's required.
Yeah, if it requires research, we're just going to strip the outer layer, take all this cool metal, and fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Research is the job for scribes and scholars. That's not us.
All right. Well, if you guys don't investigate any of the lower levels, then yeah, you can just scrap a lot of the metal and leave.
We're going to take literally as much as we can.
I think we need to check and make sure that this thing is still going to self-repair itself, though, afterwards.
If it does self-repair, that means it's going to repair the outer layer as well, which means we can just come back and re-strip it.
No. I wasn't talking about stripping it, because I doubt there's many other people that can do what we just did, busting through it.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, we spent half a day determining that this is a gigantic god thing and taking the metal from it. I'm good with that.
Yep.
Okay, guys, what did I miss? Last time,
I just said we spent half a day stripping all the metal from a giant self-repairing clockwork god thing with a genie bottle in the middle and said, nope, fuck that, and left. What part of that did you not hear?
Okay,
the part where Tyler wanted to poke around and we're like, no.
Okay, so we actually got inside the giant black metal thing?
No, we didn't.
We got through the metal, we found the black. We couldn't get through the black with damage, we walked along the edge of it. We got to the point where there was a door. It's a rune door of spells that fucking Creed can barely see what it is with his special archetype powers, and it is a sealed doorway. It's not a gateway teleport open, this was the door, but it's been magically glued shut with ancient magics none of us have ever heard of. And Ian just said, nope. This isn't a treasure room. It's a prison. I'm leaving.
Gotcha.
And frankly, I agreed with that. Because no.
Exactly.
Okay, so we collect all the metal we can carry, and we're back at our campsite going over the map, thinking of what we want to do now.
All right. And pretty soon here, we can go ahead and do a little thing with Harris, but I'll go ahead and end the session with this, because anyone who has any sort of sense or is keeping watch, I assume there is someone.
My wolves are always on watch, but yes.
They do notice some movement coming from a faraway tree line. Way out of range of you guys, but you can definitely know that someone is watching you.
Okay, we're probably going to go chase those fuckers down.
Spyglass.
Nobody who stares at us. How dare you stare at us?
Spyglass.
Well, you look through the spyglass. You see a being very far from the distance, even barely with your spyglass, but you can identify what it's wearing. It's wearing a long black cloak that looks like leather. Its eyes are covered by two very large red goggles, and it seems to be floating in midair and has what looks like 4 or 6 mechanical spider-like limbs on its back. And it floats and stares back at you and then leaves.
And I relay that to the group.
I tell Ian to sick it.
Okay. Somebody has given me a go order. Brandon, I am initiating my move. I have an effective move speed of 21. And I'm immune to darkness and concealment effects.
Yep.
How fast does your spider phantom goggle face boy go?
With the two.
He can
21,
fly.
That's 126 feet per activation.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at his stats.
Well, he can apparently fly, so
Until I get close to him, he can.
How many feet can you move per turn?
126 feet per turn.
Wow.
The fucking Sonic the Hedgehog over here.
Well,
I've been gradually building up speed effects on Ian for weeks. I'm glad you finally noticed.
holy shit.
I know. I'm like, well, I'm moving
Ian
54
has
minutes,
a
so I guess
sustained
I'm.
run speed of 28.6 miles per hour.
I was like, I got a movement of 54 feet, so I guess I'm somewhere behind Ian.
Just
Can we put one of those?
powered mecha troll coming at you.
no. You know what we
Wait, can
should
we
do
put one of
next
those?
time, Brian? No, I'll type it to you.
Can we put one of those things from like trains on the front of you?
By the way, I really
Shields
need.
are.
By the way, I really need to figure out how you did that for when I get ride by attack.
Well, it's actually based in my armor and my maneuvers, and I'm also using the jump maneuver. So Ian is literally running on all fours and leaping, running on all fours and leaping, running on all fours and leaping. But yes.
Anyways, Brandon, what were
Yeah,
you saying?
this guy actually beats Ian by 5 feet.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is virtually impossible. He would have to have a move of 11 base to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fucking crazy.
Wait, I'm confused because I've got a move of 9.
Well, when you run, you double that.
Oh, okay. So 108. Okay. So I'm already at 108 then.
Yeah. And that's the thing. This guy has apparently got a move of 11.
Does anyone else have any other way to speed up Pariah?
You give me just a little bit more speed.
Technically, Sans, you have a spell.
I do?
Yes.
Can I cast Redline on Pariah?
No, that doesn't work. He's not a jack.
It's on him, but
But he does have jack effects on it.
I've got Warcaster armor, not quite the same thing.
wait, are you talking about Force Hammer, Brandon?
No, I'm talking about celerity.
Celerity?
Yeah, the spell celerity.
I don't think that's a Warcaster spell.
Huh, I thought you had it.
It is.
It's a spell for pretty much everybody, and it's an extra quick action around.
I think there's also a movement one too. I can't remember.
Does leaping count as a?
Actually, leaping does count as a quick action, and you will probably add 3 more inches or 18 more feet for every quick action I can take. But I just had a question there, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Can I leap multiple times if I have multiple quick actions?
Yes.
Well, I'm just thinking to myself, normally I've got 3 quick actions around, one of which must be spent on spells. When I run, how many quick actions do I have?
If you dedicate them to leaping, 2.
Okay, in that case, Ian piles on another 18 feet of distance per round.
All right. So you get close to the damn thing.
24 inches.
Huh? And it uses teleport.
when I see the runes forming around it for the teleport, can I battering ram it?
Yeah, you can
Actually,
battering ram it.
Better, I'll shockwave.
Now that works. Go ahead and roll it.
Boom! I boost the shockwave.
Excellent. Remember to roll your fatigue.
Uh-huh. It's virtually nothing, actually, but...
Roll it anyway.
We're determined to stop these fuckers from, like, just keep doing this.
Yeah, but because guess what?
Well, last time they used a ley line.
Because every single time, this is exactly what happens. They show up, skulk around, and then run away and teleport away.
Yes, because a
That
giant...
was about 25 damage to location 6, Brandon.
Right, but the reason that happens is because they see Sonic the Hedgehog troll running towards them.
So it turns out they're still not going fast enough.
It's actually worse than running. He is bouncing like a bunny rabbit.
Over it.
He is bounding. He'll run and bound, run and bound.
All right, so you definitely hit him, but he's gone.
How is he gone? Didn't I get a chance to disrupt his spellcast?
It looks like you did, but he just, like, best way I can describe it is when you're watching a TV screen and you see someone talking and then the TV screen starts to kind of fade and go static and the guy starts to get fadey.
Wait, hold on. He's glowing, right? He's doing his rune magic like normal?
He's, like, out of your sight right now.
I have a spyglass and I can see in the dark.
Okay, if you go bring up the spyglass, you can see this happen.
Okay, then I banishing ward him. He can't cast magic.
Okay, probably should have declared that earlier before he did it.
I didn't realize he like everybody else, I forgot he has teleportation.
They were also quite a distance away when that happened, and you were pulling out your spyglass to check and see, so I'm going to have to say no.
Okay.
Brandon, important point. He was moving at about 30 miles an hour before my shockwave hit him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He retained that inertia when he finishes his teleport.
Oh, he's going to retain that when he finishes his teleport.
Because I added an additional 18 feet to his move there.
That's why it was so. That's why it was so hard to tell, because when you hit him with it, he just like, he's like there and then he's not. It's like you sent him at Mach 9, but you can't find him.
Yeah. The last thing he says is his companions come into the room that they use for teleport arrival, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's splattered all over the wall!" And he looks up at them and says, "The bunny troll."
Bing.
Is bullshit. They're just like, bunny troll, what?
Actually,
take my word for it. Stay away.
It would probably be more like, Brother Nye, we're not painting the ceremony hall yet.
They're just like, stay away. Take my word for it.
Oh, hey, guys, we've painted the ceremony hall red. I like this color. Oh. Ow. Is someone gonna scrape him off? Anyone?
Oh, and Brandon.
Does anyone know how to get bone fragments out of stone?
Excellent. You can still botch, John. And so with that excursion of epic proportions, I'm ending the session here. You guys are out in the middle of a jungle deciding your next plan with your resources gathered. And John sent some guy, presumably at Mach 7, who will probably no doubt hit something.
Ian is satisfied. He hurt somebody.
Keegan will fire and food.
As Ian rumbles back into the campsite, I'll look up and go, "You get him?"
kinda. He was doing their vanishy poof trick when I hit him.
Well, at least you hit him.
Everyone gained 1 experience.
Wherever he went, he got there really fast.
Yeah.
Then at least we probably will not be seeing him again.
Oh, well. In the meantime, let's look up places to raid.
Sonic, he can really move. No.
Brandon, I would like to ask something.
Go ahead.
We just salvaged a huge amount of mysterious, very strong metal. I would like to use this as the building materials.
Yep. In all honesty, this metal isn't too different from most of the other metals you found. It's just that it seems to be quite durable and is very, 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 very high quality metal compared to what you guys have.
Which is perfect for my steam jacks.
If that's the case, yeah. Does anyone else have any use for metal like this?
I'm like one of the only people who actually uses metalworking, so.
Oh, I realize that. My thinking was maybe you can build my wolves some armor so it's even tougher.
Better armor is always appreciated.
Yep.
I'm thing that will protect the squishy people.
So, guys.
Yeah.
I gotta play this. I gotta play this for John because that was a pretty awesome scene.
Do not play the Sonic the Hedgehog song. God damn it. Okay. Everyone kill Brandon.
I'd like to see you try.
Hey, at least 2 of the people on this call know where you live.
Brandon, I ignore cover, concealment, line of sight, and for range attacks, you're dead.
Sorry, you've already been blue bolted and are dead.
Brandon, I just want to check something. The battery packs, whatever they are.
Yeah.
The downside is that you lose the thinking cortex, so that the machines don't really think, right?
That tends to be a thing, yeah.
Is there a way that I can prevent that from being a thing?
Yeah, basically just buy better cortexes.
Oh. Okay.
Or make better cortexes. That takes a lot of time, but yes, it can be done.
Ian is 1.5 Usain Bolts. This is not wrong.
So how long in this game do rounds last? Like, say, if you can move 108 feet around, like, how long do rounds last?
Seconds.
I think I read it was the standard 3-second combat round.
Yep.
Okay.
A monkey
That's what I
said he is
wondered.
the fastest thing alien of.
I just like imagining that scene where like you're watching it on TV and then like someone accidentally hits the fast forward button when he's running after him.
I didn't actually think I had that much movement speed. I didn't realize when you run, it doubles it.
Yep. Your wolf has a lot too.
That's what I'm talking about, my wolf, because I'm a speed of 9. I've been a speed of 9.
Yeah, I think I've got mine wrong too. I want to double check. Speed comes from what? Your speed and what other stat?
I believe, agility?
I thought it was just speed straight.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tetron. Well, actually, no, because Tetron, what's your movement speed? Because if that was the case, everyone would have a movement speed of 6. Either way, recording over.
Ah, well.